Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Wheel today, and today guys, I'm going to be showing you a gameplay. Well, it's not so much on my gameplay in this battle, in World War Tank's console. That's right, boys and girls. We got a person on our team that is, well, I guess you could say, win the game for us. I don't know if I guess maybe I did have a good game here in the MBT-70, but it's not about my tank. Though this tank is pretty good. The armor is, it's not the best, but it's decent enough for me. But the gun, with it being a nice large caliber gun, it does good damage. I could actually pull it up while we're sitting here waiting on the actual game itself to start up here. Thanks. Looking it up when you're on the PC there, guys. Sorry you hear some of the clicking in the background. I'm not sure if you're going able to hear the clicking or not. But MBT-70, yeah. So the MBT-70 has around 780 alpha with its standard, well, ammunition. What is its standard ammunition? It's APFSDS rounds, and its premium rounds is heat. So both of them gets around 780 alpha, and the other round it gets is 80 jams, which does nearly 1,100. But like I said, I'm not really much on about this tank. It is about another guy that's in this game, which we're going to be seeing him once I die. There's really no failures on it. I really thought I was going to have like somewhat of a bad game because I couldn't get good gun suppression on this spot, but you know, I guess in a way maybe it was better off for me to die. Maybe. I mean, it's horrible to say that, but the other tank we're gonna be seeing in this battle does pretty well. Pretty very better than me. But as you can see there, I did take a shot from something over there. I don't know if it could be that guy right there, which is the Object 292, which I think that's the name of it. I can't really see the name of it too good. It's a Era 3 premium Russian main battle tank, which it hits hard because I have the 150 caliber gun, and here he comes. I only track him, or at least his tracks. I thought I actually did track them, but apparently I really didn't track them. So we're looking for shots from people, and we find one on the Challenger Mark 1. We do get a nice crit on him, I think. And, you know, actually did some damage, and he's willing to come back out. Sideways on. So I'm just going to show him how powerful my gun can hit for around 700 and some damage. Not bad for this type of gun. And we do see a Object 477A right there on our team. I'm falling back because I know my armor's not really the best, but I can bounce some shots, I guess. And we do put a shot into the other new boy, the MBT-80, which is a nice tank. It actually has armor, it does have mobility and other things. And here comes the Object 292, which I put one good shot into him. He doesn't hit me, and I'm trying to support this object right here. But as you can see, we might be surrounded. We only have two light tanks behind us, and there's me and this guy. And I'm looking at these fellas over here. I wasn't really paying attention on one flank, and here comes a weasel. Oh dear God, no. And okay. Let's put one shot to you. And this guy wasn't really paying attention, and now he is paying attention to me. And I'm using my auto cannon, so it kind of blinds him a little bit, especially if he goes in sniper mode, aiming down into his hull because I know I can pin his hull. I'm trying to use my auto cannon, and now my auto cannon's almost all worn out. He has a friend there. We hit him again. It's another object, and we do get taken out sadly by the Object 292. 292. Not 292U. Tank, what is wrong with you? But we did decent damage. We did like 5,000 damage in this battle. I mean, it's not the most damage I've done in a Cold War game. I've done nearly 9,000. The first game I've done 9,000, and it's actually the Object 292. And the second game was the MBT-80. So I do have those videos up on YouTube if you do want to go watch those. I'm not sure when I'm going to switch the view to the other tank, but the other tank is a very much... It's I don't want to say it's too overpowered, but in a way it sort of is because the armor is so stupid of how the armor is on this machine. And the gun it carries is a really big gun on it. And it also gets a autocannon. No, it's not my vehicle. My vehicle does have decent armor, but it's nothing like this other vehicle that we're going to be seeing. That's basically won the game for us. Well, between him and something else. But the vehicle that I really want to show you guys today, I hope I do go to it soon. But let's talk about the pen of this vehicle. If you can actually, if I would say the pen of the vehicle and the damage, please let me know if you know what vehicle this is. So straight off the bat, it's standard ammunition, and when it has two ammunition, is the APFS-DS and HE. It's APFS-DS has 900 pen, and HE 180 pen. Not bad for HE, right? Well, no. Alpha damage, it only has 760 for its APFS-DS and 980 for its HE. Yeah, that's not very bad. And its hit points is from 3,750. Yeah. And the armor, like I said, is pretty freaking ridiculous on this machine that we are wanting to talk about. Like I said. And now, as you can see, I'm looking at the game board, and I'm just sitting here waiting until the game ends, and that's why I was checking, see what kind of tanks are left, and I did see two of our tank destroyers, or actually three of our tank destroyers. We do have a Weasel still alive. Now I'm looking, and this is the vehicle, the Object 477A. Look at this thing go. Now, he's already done basically 3,000 damage. Not the best. We've done a little bit more than this, but now he's up to 4,000. He's close to 5,000. That thumper is trying to him, and I think the Weasel is trying to shoot him too. A Weasel helps him takes out that thumper, which is another very deadly tank. This thing, as you can see here, it just has to face its frontal armor towards you, and there's not much you can do. If you even angle like that, there's definitely nothing that much people could do to you. We're switching back to the Weasel to see what the Weasel is doing. The Weasel does get rammed by a someone else as well. So, by the other enemy Weasel. Let's turn my phone off. I'm not sure if you guys heard that or not. Hopefully not in the video. But yeah, the Object 477A, really powerful tank. I gotta say, it's a very deadly tank if you play it right. The only way to really do massive damage towards it is get to its butt, because it doesn't have a fully traversable turn at 360 directional turn. The turn can only go so far to the right and left, and that's basically it. Once you get to its rear, where it can't turn its turn anymore, you do have it. And this guy does set him on fire. He's up to 5,000 damage. First thing, and as you see right there is as far as he can take the gun, and along with the auto cannon. And he's gonna be playing this game with this Weasel, pretty much. Yeah. As you can see, the Weasel is trying to get the heck out of his sight, and also trying to shoot him, but the space armor protects his side against the ATGM. The Weasel needs to either get there fresh on sides where there's no space armor, or at least no to the rear as well. Either the rear or the sides where there's not really much space armor. And he is using that auto cannon, which is a good choice against the Weasel there. I think the Weasel is smoked up, because you see smoke over there. And at this point, I thought this guy would probably die, but he's doing a pretty good job. He's keeping his front at the Weasel, which like I said, the frontal armor of this thing is just crazy, and that's why I said it's more like your kind of your overpowered premium tank in Cold War in Era 3. Its armor is ridiculous in the front, and if you do angle, you're making it much more stronger. And it does have that 150 caliber gun. Yes, it gets different types of ammunition. The one you most want to fire is your standard APFS-DS rounds, which does, like I said, nearly 760 alpha damage, which is pretty good for this vehicle. It hits pretty freaking hard with that 150 caliber gun, and this is not the only vehicle that gets that type of caliber gun. The only thing it does let it back, and I think this is probably the balance factor of the machine. It's not really much of a huge balance factor, but the turret. The turret doesn't have that 360 directional thing, and as you can see, if you face your frontal armor towards someone, the ATGM is not going to do anything. Even though the weasels are just as crazy too, but at least a weasel could be penned if you can actually hit it. And I think this guy's doing a pretty good job. He's up to 6,000 damage already. Dang. He's already carrying us in this game, well, isn't he? You're probably wondering, well, what's the sense of this tank? Well, to show you how strong this vehicle is, because I haven't got a gameplay with it yet. Well, I've played multiple games in it, but nothing like this, I guess you could say. But these things are crazy, and they are just deadly in the battlefield, if you know what you're doing. And he's shoving his butt right up against the map border here, so it really do prove that if you don't get to the sides, and you don't shoot this thing in the butt, or there's no space armor, you're not going to do much effect, especially with ATGMs. If you're using regular standard APFSD rounds, maybe you might have a chance, but that weasel, if he does not get to his butt, or the soft juicy spots, he is not going to do much with those ATGMs. As you can see, he pointed his front armor at the ATGM, took the ATGM on the front of his hull, and it did nothing to him. That is both the space armor and the armor of this frontal tank is just... I know I've been saying it, but like I said, that's what makes this tank very much overpowered, because of the armor and the gun with the big alpha. Yeah, it doesn't have that 360 directional turret rotation speed, or not speed, but rotation. Meaning, if you do track them and they don't have a repair kit, which you should in this area, especially if you're playing this thing, use a premium repair kit, because there's a cooldown on premium repair kits, but once you use it, it will get your tracks back up. Well, and also repair anything else as well, but still, the point is, getting tracked with this machine is not a good idea, especially against things that has a good turret, and it can get to your rears and side where your turret cannot aim, and then you're basically more screwed because you cannot get to them. The only way to do that is you try to turn, but then if you're facing enemies in front of you and trying to face your frontal armor at them, then it's going to become a lot more complications and all of that. So the way to play this tank is the way that this guy is doing his vehicle. And when you're getting spotted, and if you do see ATGM, point your frontal armor towards that ATGM. Do not show them your sides, and do not show them your rear if you're having this vehicle and you're playing this vehicle. But if you are playing against these things, try to get to their sides. Look where their space armor is. I know it's going to be probably a little bit hard, but if you can do that, and look where the space armor really stops, then you can hit it and do damage. Or even get to its rear. Basically, the first thing you want to do is track it and try to get to its rear. If he's up against something like this, don't try it. Go to the cap circle, make him come to you, at least, and maybe try not to show yourself too much to him, especially if you're a light tank or something. But this thing, yeah, that weasel is trying his heart out, and this guy's up to already 7,172 damage in this battle, and he's blocked nearly 1,300 damage. That's a good bet. And I mean, he's assisting 224, but he takes the game down for us. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about the Object 477A. Is it too overpowered, or is it not? But that's gonna be it for this one. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to, and like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.